Hello, my name is James Spiro and I'm at the Kinneret Innovation Center as part of CTech's Out of the Bubble series. Now, I'm very excited to be joined by Professor Shimon Gepstein, Benny Bauer, Dr. Nurit Nahum, and Adi Gur, who have all agreed to speak to me about the Kinneret and its exciting part and the role it plays in Israel's periphery. Folks, thank you so much. Since there are four of you here today, I want to kind of take the opportunity that you can either hot potato or we can take it in turns, but as long as we all get a chance to speak, and we should find out kind of the exciting insights from you folks. I suppose what I'd like to do is start by asking why. What is it up here in the Kinneret that attracts this type of innovation and why it's attractive to those outside of kind of traditional bubbles?
Good morning. I think that everything starts with the term innovation ecosystem. I think that's I think that we have a mutual interest, all of us, and the catalysis of the innovation, of this innovation ecosystem, starts from the academia. I think that the academia is the catalysis of this innovation ecosystem. Ecosystem comes from the term in biology. I'm a biologist, and in biology we are talking about ecosystem, about relationship and interconnection relationship between different partners. I think there is a triangle here, triangle of academia, of industry, and community. So we have to together to sit in such meetings together and to find a way. And we started here in the Kinneret, as a matter of fact, by the academia. The Kinneret College is an academic college and took the main role to establish this kind of innovation ecosystem. An ecosystem means that we have to work together without the industry. We think that academia cannot do the main role that we would like to have an impact on the region, economic impact, social impact, and everything starts with academia, and we think that it's not only one directional relationship, it's two ways, and so we need to talk with academia, we need to talk with the community, and that's why we are sitting here to talk about it.
I think it's two questions, why here and why now? Because I believe that now in this area, let's say post-COVID, but during COVID, we have a unique opportunity, a window of opportunity to create or take advantage of what happens in the world, the global trends that actually support the ecosystem that Professor Gepstein have talked about. Why? Because first, the digitalization, the AI development, all these can support and do support Israeli companies as general, specifically those companies that are in the area that have the opportunity to create more and more value proposition to their customers. We can bring in from our industrial or products or technology products more and more value to the customer. Second, we talk a lot about Generation Z and its influence on the world, and it did happen. And people are different today. People are looking for different quality of life, which is actually, if you're looking all the communities here, amazing communities with amazing people, and businesses take it from there. Businesses changes according to what happened in the social arena. So this is a great opportunity to attract young generation, very talented, which actually are, I can see it from the companies that are already here. And third, the global localization and globalization changes to a new equilibrium. And I think it's also a great opportunity for those companies that are here, to create this leap to the other stage. So I think it's both here and now, the opportunity to make it happen.
Thank you. Adi?
Hi, just look outside. What a beautiful place. The Galilee Sea, we have only one Galilee Sea in Israel. So it's a beautiful place, excellent quality of life. So why not high tech? Why not innovation? There is industries here for more than 100 years. There is agriculture here for more than 500 years. Excellent people, great academics. Why not? In the center of Israel, traffic jams are too bad. It's an excellent place, and it's a global local place. I see good future for this place.
Benny?
So I think just to relate to what was said till now, I think if you're looking at Israel today, the high-tech scene cannot be only in around Tel Aviv, and I think people already feeling the burden of living in this big city with all the traffic jams and all the, especially during the COVID times, that you cannot just go outside and leave the city life, and people are looking for a different quality of life. And again, this is what we have in this area. This is what made me 6 years ago move from the center of Israel to the Golan Heights, and 3 years later also to convince a tech company to open an R&D site, Skai, and there is talented people around here that till COVID or a few years ago had to drive to the center in order to find a good job, but the formula can be the opposite way. Also, you can bring the work and the good work up north, and you have the people here. They don't need to commute 3 hours to the center, and moreover, during COVID, we see that people move up north and looking for this quality of life, and they are coming here, and there's already techs in here to welcome them and have them here.
I mean, definitely having the view of the Kinneret outside your office is quite different from the view of the Arbelon highway. That's definitely for sure. You've all mentioned the benefits of being here, but what are the specific challenges that are faced that are maybe unique to this area that traditional high-tech hubs don't have? We mentioned talent, and although there are some here, do you find that it could be different, maybe attracting people or seeing people or keeping them to stay? How does that work exactly? And maybe we can hot potato the answers, whoever wants to. Yep.
You're talking about how nice is it here. I would like to point at another issue, and this is the people from the cities around us, from Tiberia, Beit Shean, the Arabic settlements. We are not in a good shape in terms of socioeconomic population. So one of the things that we would like to do is to do what we call social mobility. Today, most of the people here, they don't find jobs, good jobs, high-paying salaries. So we need to upgrade the socioeconomic situation. In that case, we decided here to do it and to promote the academic education, the higher education, because the key point to upgrade and to go upward in terms of social mobility is to do it through the academic education. So through the academic education, we established here what we called the Kinneret Innovation Center, what I called it innovation ecosystem here. We need to bring the students that they are the first generation of higher education. So this is the challenge. I think the most important challenge is how to bring industry, high-tech, and other attractive places for having jobs for the people here. Because right now we are in a vicious circle. There are people in the cities from the low socioeconomic population. They don't have good jobs in terms of salaries, and there are not enough companies here to offer the jobs. So in order to solve this kind of vicious circles, we need to do something. And the solution for sure is what we called the ecosystem, the innovation ecosystem, and that's why we are sitting here together, the industry, the community, the education center, how to find the ways how to go upward in terms of social mobility, and this is one of the most important things, and this is why we are so attracted to this nice and important in terms of national terms, how it's important to establish the high-tech industry, to establish jobs for the people here, and I believe that this beautiful point of the Kinneret will be also a beautiful place for attract people and to integrate people from and to mobilize people from the center here to this beautiful area.
So I think one of the challenges, and it relates to social mobility, is the education, because social mobility starts from school, starts from the early days of kids. And one of the issues that we have here is that we don't have enough technical education around here, and we don't provide enough opportunities for our kids to grow and then serve in this ecosystem. It starts with maybe not enough role models, because your parents are doing something else and you're not exposed to the tech scene. It's not like you're in Herzliya or Tel Aviv and all you see is skyscrapers of tech companies. Not that we want them here, right? We still want our beautiful landscape here, but we do want to have this awareness that there is this option. So it starts with school.
So I think it's a combination. It's all about infrastructures. Infrastructures, education, housing, social life, and economy, industry. When you take all of it together and you invest in academy and in government money that comes in, you can promote the place.
I'll give it a different maybe perception, because I believe it's a lot of our perception in our mind. I think high-tech is a way of doing business and not necessarily a sector. I think the whole issue of low-tech and high-tech is a kind of a spectrum. I've been involved in many companies that were kind of industrial but have a lot of technology, such as capital equipment and screening and so on, called the high-tech sectors. And here in this area, we have so many industrial company or agriculture company that, while creating unique value proposition to their customers, finding the unique niche or solution based on, of course, knowledge and development, innovation, and all these nice things that we have here and in Israel in general, we can create high-tech. I mean, high-tech is not only software companies. It's a wide range of companies or firms that can create products or solutions or services with value added and or using technology. So I think it's the way of thinking us here in the area that we can do it, and we can create technology companies or companies that create on knowledge or based on knowledge and unique value proposition.
Okay, thank you. Now we've mentioned challenges faced in the periphery generally, but I want to kind of localize it a bit to the Kinneret specifically and how it's different from, how the Kinneret might be different from other different periphery areas in the country. What can be done for the folks and the companies that are here to help it boost its place as a tech ecosystem on the periphery? Maybe that could include bringing bigger companies here to set up centers, or starting new centers, or enhancing the academia, as mentioned before. What would that look like in terms of helping the Kinneret, or boosting the Kinneret ecosystem in terms of either welcoming big companies or creating the big companies? What do you think would be best?
Okay, first of all, I think that we have to find what is unique to the Kinneret, what we can propose, and first, what I think about the Kinneret, everybody knows that the Sea of Galilee is the only fresh water lake in Israel. So let's talk about water. Water and sustainability, this is one of the problems of the world. So first of all, let's talk about technologies related to water industry, to water irrigation. And this is, by the way, the academic Kinneret College is the only institute, higher institute in Israel that grant a degree in water industries, water engineering. So this is the place for water engineering. So next, that's one of the things that we should work on it. The second is regarding agriculture. The Jordan Valley, this is the basis of agriculture more than 100 years. So we have to concentrate and to focus our efforts on agriculture. Again, I'm talking from the academic point of view. The only program in Israel in agriculture engineering is here in Kinneret. Among the water industry engineering, one of the aspects is agriculture. So again, we have to do, and today we are in the beginning, or we continue to develop what we call the agri-tech, high-tech in agriculture. So we attract most of the companies, either from Israel or international companies, to come here and to upgrade the science, the industry and technologies related to agriculture in terms of high-tech, in terms of sensors, in terms of drones, and in terms how can we improve, can have an impact on agriculture in terms of industry, in terms of engineering, because here in academic college we have the faculty of engineering, and it's our role, I think, to improve and to develop this field of agriculture in terms of engineering.
I would be happy to see the academy here turns into more of a applied research place for the tech software topics. So have like a second degree here, have PhDs here, and together with the tech companies that we have here, come with more in R&D than what we have today in this area. And I believe that this will be, the center of gravity to pull in all the rest, the younger education, more companies. I think it starts there.
I would like to note about the physical infrastructure. When companies have to ship their products, and we do it and we want to export, we want to bring experts from other parts or communicate with other sites around the country, or it's difficult to get here. And I think that this is part of our government or authorities, let's say, responsibility to create better physical and also internet infrastructure, like everything that people need in order to create a better life here in the area, to connect us to the world.
We've established 2 years ago with the Kinneret Innovation Center a community of industry leaders. And I can tell you, I've been doing industry many years in Israel, and I can tell you there is a special energy here, like a special mentality of people that knows how to cope. And I believe that with academic, with a very long experience of agriculture, there is here a lot of experience and knowledge, and taking all into a formula can create a really special, I would say, formula that can achieve a lot of innovation.
So unfortunately, we are coming to the end of the time, but I do have one last question. So if we could do kind of quickly one last round, what can the government or local municipalities do to encourage more growth in the sector and help it kind of create a booming tech ecosystem?
Okay, first of all, I started, and I think this is the most important, is the higher education in terms of research and contribution to the region. So it has been decided to establish a university in the Galilee, and the Kinneret College is one of the partners of this university, and I believe that it will be established soon. And of course, regarding Benny questions, we are looking at applicative research. It's not a basic research, applicative research that can improve, that can upgrade our industry in this region.
So, you know, to encourage business, you should give grants, you should give tax benefits, you should give people who are here, employed here, give them tax benefits. There are a lot of fruits in the basket, let's say, that government knows how to use and to create this ecosystem and to support it. So it's also to support those companies that are here and to attract other companies to come here.
It's all about infrastructures, education, universities, incentives, and it will come.
So two things. One thing for the education of the younger kids is to support it and to have more programs that help them. And the other thing is for the students that are already here and studying. I would like to see the government give grants and funds so that they will be able to start working in the companies that are around here during their study time.
All right, Benny, Nurit, Shimon, Adi, we could talk all day, but for now, I'm afraid that's the end of our time. Thank you so much for hosting us today. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you very much. And that's been CTech's Out of the Bubble. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll be back next time.